Hello everyone, good morning all of you. This is Dr. Sudarshan Sambhaji Rapidge, Assistant Professor, Department of Zoology, Kalasa Sirasika Mahavidyalaya Devani, your zoology companion, and welcome to my lecture. In the last lecture, we also seen the introductory part of pollution. In the introductory part of pollution, we have seen pollutants also. Okay, so now today we will start, or today we will learn about of our syllabus next topic, that is the air pollution. Question may arise in your mind, what is meant by the air pollution. So let's get started today's lecture. First of all, what is the definition of pollution? Okay. In the last lecture, we also completed the definition as well as the introductory part of the pollution. But now I have once again I have repeated here what is meant by the pollution, or what is the air pollution. So air pollution means there is a undesirable changes occurring in air and it causing a harmful effects on man and domesticated species. So that is called air pollution. Okay, so first of all we have seen what is the source of air pollutants. We know very well the major source of air pollutants are the dust. We know very well in our city as well as the village region there are so many dust we have seen in the environment, and that dust, it will be the pollute environment, and that pollution is called as air pollution. Okay, that is the main and important source of air pollution, is called dust. Okay, so next is the smoke. We know very well there are various kinds of smoke is there. There is a various types of industries as well as vehicles as well as chulas as well as various kinds of combustion of wooden or as well as the wood we have seen in our city, and they have produces one particular type of smoke, and that will be helpful for, or that will be uh, induce the air pollution. Okay, so this is the one particular source of air pollutants. Okay, or air pollution, as well as carbon monoxide. We know very well carbon monoxide, it is a one particular major air pollutants, and that air pollutants, it will be form the air pollution. As well as next is the ammonia, sulfur dioxide, hydrogen sulfide. These are also called as air pollutants. As well as NO2, hydrogen cyanide, hydrogen fluoride, chlorides, phosphogens, arsenins, aldehydes, ozone, ionizing radiation, and carbon dioxide. These are the source of air pollutants, and they have undesirable changes occur in the environment. Okay, so because they have totally changed in the environment, because the uh, increased these chemicals as well as the increase these pollutants that occurs or that leads to the air pollution. So next is the effect of air pollution. There are various kinds of effects you have see here. First effect of air pollution is the death. We know very well, and the death generally occur with the help of air pollution at the time of Bhopal episode in 1984. Okay, so that time one industry, it will be liberated, that is the one particular chemical, that is methyl isocyanate, and that methyl isocyanate, it will be the harmful effect on man as well as plants, uh, cattle, birds, dogs, cats, as well died in one night, okay, at Bhopal. So it means the air pollution has is a one particular occur or it leads to the death. That is the effect of first effect of air pollution is a death. Another next is the chlorosis. We know very well the disappearance of chlorophyll is called chlorosis. Okay, and it is caused by SO2 and fluorides present in the air. Okay, that is the disappearance of chlorophyll pigment. If it is chlorosis is occurred in the plant, that time that plants cannot produce or cannot develop. Okay, and it is a harmful effect on the environment. Okay, so chlorosis, it means the disappearance of the chlorophyll is called chlorosis, and that will be occur at the time of SO2 as well as fluoride, it will be present in the air. Okay, so this is the chlorosis. Another is the necrosis, the effect of necrosis. Okay, effect of air pollution on necrosis. The breakdown of cell is called necrosis, and it is caused by SO2, nitrogen dioxide, ozone and fluorides. Okay, they have responsible for the necrosis. It means the breakdown of cell, that is called necrosis. As well as greenhouse effect is also effects of air pollution. Okay, we know very well CO2 is released into the air by the combustion of fuels, and it is estimated that CO2 content of the air is increased at the rate of 0.4 per annum. Okay, so that coastal regions and low-lying areas all over the world will be go under water. Okay, so this will result in an appreciable warming of the earth, and this is called the greenhouse effect. Okay, it is a very likely that this will cause the melting of polar ice caps, resulting in a rise of nearly 60 feet on the sea level. Okay, so that is the effect of greenhouse effect. Another crop losses. We know very well heavy loss of crop plants is caused by smog. Smog denotes a combination of smoke and fog. Okay, and the important components of the smog are ozone and peroxyacetyl nitrate, and they damage the leafy vegetables, cereals, textile crops, as well as ornamental plants, fruits, and forest trees. Okay, so that is one particular effect on the crop losses. Another effect, that is the respiratory disorder. We know very well excessive ethylene accelerated respiration causing premature senses, old age, and abscission. There is accumulation of yellow fluid pus in the body. Okay, so one particular respiratory disorder it will be occurred. It is due to the effect. It is due to the air pollution. Okay, another nausea, vomiting, jaundice. We know very well H2S smell like rotten eggs and causes nausea. Okay, means चक्कर येणे. Okay, vomiting, मळमळणे किंवा उलटे होणे. Okay, that is the one particular, it is due to the air pollution. Okay, as well as jaundice, arsenic induce the RBC breakdown and jaundice. Okay, so arsenine, it is one particular induce the RBC, it will be the breakdown, and that will be the form jaundice. Okay, another, there is oxygen carrying capacity. We know very well oxygen carrying capacity, CO means that is the carbon monoxide reduces oxygen carrying capacity of RBC by its permanent combination with hemoglobin. That is the one particular effect of air pollution. And last is the coughing. Coughing is induced by phosphogens. Okay, and phosphogens, it will be form the cough. It is due to the air pollution. Okay, so next is the next another effect of air pollution is the headache, means doka dukhne. Okay, that is the headache. It is due to the effect of air pollution. Various kinds of smoke as well as various kinds of SO2 causes headache. Okay, so another next is the cancer. Cancer is caused by air pollutants like ash, soot, smoke, chromium, nickel, and radioactive elements. That elements, it will be responsible for the formation, or it will be hazardous cancerous disease. Okay, as well as the mutation. Radioactive elements produce mutation, and ozone produces a chromosomal aberration. Okay, so it is particular effect. Another, that is the cardiac disease. Cardiac disease, cadmium causes high blood pressure and heart diseases, as well as the pneumonia. Pneumonia is caused by the breathing into too much manganese particles, as well as depletion of ozone. We know very well, in the atmosphere about 30 kilometers above the surface of the earth, the ozone molecules O3 form an umbrella. Okay, so it prevents the penetration of harmful ultraviolet radiation from the sun, and thus the protects the life of the earth. We know very well. Okay, so it is now feared that there is a danger of appearing holes on the ozone umbrella. This is caused by the use of pheromones as well as and the other chlorofluorocarbons. So these are the one particular chemicals. It will be deplete the ozone layer. Okay, as well as acid rain. The rainwater having one pH as low as 5.6 is called the acid rain. Okay, the pH is as low as 5.6 is called the acid rain. This lowering of pH is due to the dissolution of acid in the rainwater and precipitation of oxides of sulfur and nitrogen with the rain is termed as acid rain. So that pollutant, there is precipitation oxides of sulfur and nitrogen, it will be responsible for the acid rain. Okay, so that is the one particular heavy effects of various kinds of pollutants in the air. Okay, that's the effects of pollution. And the next is the control of pollution. So there may be various kinds of control of pollution. So first of all, the emission of exhaust from automobiles can be reduced by device such as the positive crankcase, ventilation valve, and catalytic converter. If it is, we have used this positive crankcase, ventilation and valve as a catalytic converter, that will be the emission or various kinds of dangerous gases. It will be exhaust in a particular level. Okay, so as well as another, that is the electrostatic precipitators can reduce the smoke and dust from industries. That electrostatic precipitates, it will be helpful for the control of air pollution, as well as gaseous pollutants arising from the industries can be removed by differential solubility of gases in water. Okay, these differential solubility in the water and that type of pollutants, gaseous pollutants arising in the industry. Okay, so one particular control of air pollution. Okay, and so another, that is the filtration as well as the absorption and the chemical conversion. These are the control of air pollution. Okay, so this is it for today. Remaining parts we will see later on. Thank you.